Totally Curious here, and this week on Apple Arcade, we have a new game to talk about called Alba, a wildlife adventure. There were also a couple games that were updated. Those were Hot Lava and Battle Royale. Lastly, we give a quick review of Zombie Rollerz Pinball Heroes. With that said, let's get into it. First, let's talk about our first impressions of Alba, a wildlife adventure. The premise of the game consists of a Hispanic family that lives on an island together with extended relatives and close friends. You play as Alba, a little girl who's an environmentalist in her own right and does things to improve her island's environment. Anyway, throughout the game so far, we've been exploring a really vast island with tons of things to do. That has included taking pictures of animals and birds around the island, saving a dolphin, meeting new people, and more. We're only about an hour into the game, so we haven't even scratched the surface of the game yet. It kind of reminds us of something like Dora the Explorer with a more environmental twist. It also not only for little kids, but can be played as an older audience because it brings more than just a kiddie approach to the game. At least that's my claim to fame. It also brings an actual large world to explore and get lost in. There seems to be so much to do, so much to look at, and so much to discover. You're just looking at it all through the eyes of a young girl. We're really enjoying the graphics, the story, and the adventure of it all so far. We'll have more to talk about next week. Now let's talk about what updates were made to Hot Lava and Battle Royale. Hot Lava is a game that is purely about platforming and avoiding the lava that happens to be all over the ground. So you miss one of these platforms, you die and start the level all over again. It's definitely one of those games where you try, fail, and repeat very often because the levels get very challenging. The latest update includes new snowstorms camo skins for all your characters, a whole new world that includes 3 new courses and tons of new obstacles, multiple save profiles, and lastly, chase trials have been added so you can challenge your friends in different timed levels. Battle Royale is really interesting take to a battle royal. Instead of shooting people with rain guns and shedding blood, you're basically taking a more family-friendly approach and fighting with things like ketchup, mustard, and just having the biggest food fight of your life. So literally, a buttered royale. This latest update brings a new power-up squid ink that you can use to temporarily blind your opponents. You get a special free bonus in the prize shop, and you now get a loyalty gift card with exclusive rewards for logging in consistently. Lastly, let's get into a quick review of Zombie Rollerz Pinball Heroes. First, let's talk about what we liked about this game. The graphics are nice. The cel-shaded look really fits this game and is uniform with a lot of games on Apple Arcade. It especially looks nice when you play it on the big screen via the Apple TV. The gameplay is probably the best thing about this one. Regardless of not being able to take over from when you lost or there not being any checkpoints, there's still a sense of progression to the game. On the map, you have several options to explore, including a shelter, an academy, a black market where you can trade, buy, and sell goods, and power up. There are treasure chests all over the world and piles of rubble that you can explore. The objectives of the game is to balance your loss of health and battle zombies. You strategize when to pick up health and when to take a chance on some zombies. In general, it's a pinball survival game that's done really well. There are also boss levels and you travel through different worlds throughout portals. Lastly, the story and characters are really funny and add value to the game. Now, let's talk about what we didn't like about this game or how we can improve it. The audio sounds really compressed on some sections and there's some distortion of sound on occasion where the sound peaks and crackles. It's unfortunate, but hey. Remember last week when we said we were having problems with losing controller support when on mobile? Well, the developers noticed as well. Instead of fixing the game, they just removed controller support on mobile altogether, which isn't all bad since the touch controls are fairly simple and work really well. We tried it on the Apple TV and there's definitely controller support there. Zombie Rollerz Pinball Heroes is a fun game with decent graphics but lacks great sound quality, any voice acting, and most egregiously lacks controls support on mobile. If all these things are fixed, it would be a good game, but we're afraid that as it stands now, we can only give it our general D-Life HD approval. Yeah, we're gonna be snobs. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts on this week's new game, updates, and how you guys have been doing with Zombie Rollerz. Let us know what you're playing in the comments below because we really want to know. We love talking to you guys. You can also talk to us even more in our Discord server. Info will be in the video description. Remember to like and subscribe for more videos like these. Lastly, check out our Twitter account for gameplay of the latest releases. But most importantly, remember to always stay one up.